Good day, Doom Tubers. Doom Waves here. Pickup video time. Got some really good stuff. Got like 4 packages in the mail today. Still expecting a couple more, but I'll put them in the next pickups video because I was just really excited to do this one, and I do have quite a bit of stuff. So let's go. First off, I did visit my local junk store. I call it the junk store, but really it's mostly junk. But it does have a lot of good stuff in there. Picked up some more classical cassettes to listen to while I play video games. While I play Dragon Warrior. I got Brahms. And I got An Evening with Mozart. Tchaikovsky. Another Tchaikovsky. And one that I'm not familiar with, and I'm not sure I can pronounce, but we're going to go with Dvorak. It starts with a D. I think it's supposed to be Russian or something. I don't know. But we'll give it a shot. Like I said, I like to listen to some classical stuff while I play some RPGs. I'm sorry that weirds people out. This is mostly gaming related pickup video, but I'll go ahead and get rid of the last thing that's not pickup or game related. It's another stack of comic books, as you saw on my game room tour, that I picked up. Got a really good price on all these. Bought them from the same store that I got the comics from my last pickup video, and I got an even better price this time. Helps to be in cahoots with the store owner, I guess. All but the last 4 of these that I'll show you cost me $1.25 a piece. So the last 4 were $1.50 a piece, but they're a little better, a little more popular, I guess. First off, we got this was actually a double pack, but I have the one that's on the back. The one's on the back's Man of War, but I already have that one. But it's Cyberspace 3000, featuring Galacticus. And then we've got Codename Genetic X for the Marvel. It's Marvel. And I like the ad on the back. It's for Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. I think that's kind of a cool ad to put on here. I love the ads in these early 90s comic books because that's the time I was growing up, and it's also, these are ads for games that I'm collecting now. But anyway, moving on. Nicky Doyle's Wild Thing, issue number 3. And we've got Ravage 2099 from Marvel. And that's all the Marvel comics I've got. Here's one from a comic company that I haven't heard of. Maybe I should educate myself on them, depending on how good this comic is. I might. It's Warriors of Plasm from Defiant, and it is number 1. And it's got the ad for Mortal Kombat 1 on the back. That's pretty cool. And I got a couple of Image comics. Here is Brigade number 3 and Brigade number 2. Got Eternal Warrior from Valiant. Actually, don't think I meant to pick this one up. I think this was kind of an accidental throw-in. But I'll probably start collecting the rest of the Eternal Warrior comics that they have there because, like I said, they're $1.25 a piece, and he's got a bunch. I've cleared out pretty much everything that I want, as of right now. But for $1.25 a piece, I might as well go and collect the rest of the Eternal Warrior, and he's got a bunch of hardcore and seems like Magnus, the Robot Hunter. There was a couple more. Here's another Solar, Man of the Atom. another Solar. And it came, this was also a double pack, came with one of the issues of Hardcore. This is probably the coolest one that I got. It's not worth much. I've already looked online, but it's still sealed in its original plastic. It's from Topps Comics. It's Dracula, Vlad the Impaler. And I thought this one was really awesome. And in the package, also, it's got not only it's got Bram Stoker's Dracula for I don't know what game, for what system it's on, but it's got for the system there. It's got 2 cards in it too for this series. So I thought that was really awesome. This is probably the coolest comic that I picked up. And next, or the last 4 here are the promised $1.50 ones, and yeah, I mean they're not worth much more than $1.50, but I just wanted to pick them up anyway. They're all DC comics. One of them is the Shadow War of Hawkman, so I picked up that. These are all from the mid '80s, and Batman. And it's got He-Man and the Masters of the Universe for the Intellivision ad on the back. That's just too badass for words. And then Batman and the Outsiders. And then Detective Comics starring Batman. And it's got Superman action figures on the back. So that's pretty cool. Those the comics I picked up. I think they're awesome. They'll go great in my comic book drawer. It's getting full. And I love it. I love it. Okay, next moving on to some gaming related stuff. Did a couple trades and an eBay purchase here. One of them I'll show you is a trade. I traded an NES control deck, just the system itself, and one controller. No cords or anything like that. I traded a guy on Atari Age who got a couple of. He got a really nice pickup. I think he picked up. I don't remember the prices he got them for, but really cheap at his local thrift store. Picked up 2 PS2s and an Xbox, some other stuff maybe for really cheap. And I just messaged him and said, "Hey, are you interested in getting one of the PS2s?" And he said, "Sure." You know, and then we worked out a trade, and I got a slim PS2 out of the deal. Mine recently shot craps, so I still have all the cords and stuff. I still have all my memory cards and controllers and stuff like that. So I just needed a new slim PS2. So it didn't cost me anything other than shipping to ship the NES to him, and he shipped this to me, and it works like a charm. I'm stoked. I've finally got a PS2 back again. I say recently, but it's actually been several months. So I've been collecting some PS2 and PS1 stuff that I haven't even had a chance to play yet. So I'm very excited to get that back. So I do have a PS2 now, and I'm excited. Next up is an eBay purchase. I'll show you here, because the last one is just one big trade package that I got. This is I made an eBay purchase, and I sold some stuff to a friend on Atari Age. Sent him a package, and he paid me for it, and picked up a couple of PSP games, one of which is not here yet, and the other is this one, Final Fantasy Tactics, War of the Lions. I hear really great things about this game. I'm really excited to play it. I get it, and I open it up, and it's the wrong game. Luckily, in my favor, it is a game that I did want for the PSP. It's Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII. I don't know if you can see that. So, I mean, it's not like a total flop. You know, I messaged the person and said, "Hey, you know, could I get the game that I wanted?" You know, and they said they didn't have it, and but they would refund my money, and I said okay. So I didn't really want to have to do that. I really just wanted to, you know, get the game I wanted, but at least they were nice enough to give my money back, and I still have the complete case for War of the Lions, so maybe I could find a loose copy for a lot cheaper, even though I only paid $7 for this on eBay. So maybe I could find a loose copy for even cheaper. And now I do have a loose copy of Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII. So it's not a total bust, not a bust at all actually. But I wanted this game, Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions, more than I wanted Crisis Core. But like I said, not a big deal. Okay, last but not least. Well, actually, no, there's two things here. This one was just an eBay purchase. I spent maybe a little too much for it, considering it's how small it is, and how short it is, and how in the condition that it is. I don't know. Maybe I didn't. I paid about $13 for this shipped on eBay. It is the strategy guide for Dragon Warrior from Nintendo Power. I don't know. I just really wanted it to add it to my collection, but also I'm playing Dragon Warrior, and I really like to play some of these RPGs with strategy guides, just because I do. I don't know. It's just one of those things. One of my things, I guess. One of my OCD things. I don't know. So it's nice to have because I'm playing Dragon Warrior right now. So it's nice to have a full map and stuff, and maps of the dungeons and the castles and stuff. It's yeah, very welcome to add this to my collection. The Nintendo Power Dragon Warrior strategy guide. So that was very cool. And then of course now we're on to the last thing, and this is an awesome pickup. I was only disappointed by one thing in this pickup, and it's very minor, especially because I've already remedied it. And I'll just start off with the smallest thing in the pickup is a Nintendo Power poster for Secret of Mana. I don't know how well you can see that. You probably can't see it at all. Yeah, just a cool poster, Nintendo Power poster for Secret of Mana. Like that. Put it up here sometime. And next is I've got 4 games here from him. One of them is a Genesis game. It's complete. It's Eternal Champions for the Sega Genesis. It is complete, like I said. Fun game, fighting game. Got manual. It's in really good shape. Got a thick manual. Jeez. The card's in really good shape. Labels in perfect condition. Next, I got 3 boxed Super Nintendo games. All of these games I wanted, and I'm very, very happy to have them in my collection. The one I wanted the least of them, but it doesn't mean it's not a good game. It's because I already have it on the Sega Genesis, and that's Street Fighter Turbo. And like I said, it is complete with the insert, the game, and of course the manual as well. So there you go. Super Street Fighter 2, or it's not just Super, it's just Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Complete. And then we have Spawn for the Super Nintendo, and this is complete as well. Complete with a poster, too, that I'm really excited about. It's a Spawn poster for the game. So I'm very excited about that. And it's got, of course, the manual and another Super Nintendo Power poster in there, too. So, it's complete. Spawn. This is a fun game, too. I played this one for a while this morning. I kind of suck at it, but it's fun. I like it. And then, last Super Nintendo game. This one is in the best condition. The box, the carts, and the label's in great condition, but I can tell that the cart's been Frankenstein together, but that's okay. It's Eye of the Beholder, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. From Capcom. This is a fun game. It's point and click dungeon crawler kind of RPG. Very cool. And this one is complete as well. There's the manual and the box insert. And like I said, I could tell. I don't know if you could tell on camera that the card has been. It's 2 different cards put together. I mean, one's light colored, one's darker. I don't know if you could tell. But, yeah, but that doesn't matter. The label's in great shape. So, yeah, Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, Eye of the Beholder Woody Super Nintendo, and it is immaculate. The box is awesome. I'm not like a box game collector, so I don't really know how to rate this box, but I'm gonna say it's freaking awesome because it's not crushed anywhere or anything. It's in really great shape. Okay, last thing I got from this guy. Like I said, this is the one thing I was even slightly disappointed about, but it's hard for me to be disappointed at all because everything we traded was just so good. I think it worked in both of our favors. Is a PSP, like I said. I talked about this in a previous video, and I did get the PSP. The only thing it doesn't have is battery. But he didn't give me a charger, so I do know it works because you can plug it in and just play with the charger. So I do know it works, but I've already bought a battery on eBay for like $4. So, not a big deal. So I do know that it works. It's I think it's a 1000 model. I'm not positive. I don't know how to tell. This is the first PSP I've ever had, so I was really excited about it. And now I have it. PSP from a fellow on Atari Age. I think that's about all I got. It's probably the shortest pickup video I've ever had. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how long the video's been rolling. I don't know how long I've been yapping. Yeah, I got some tapes, some comics, some games, some cool stuff, PSP. So, that's about it. That's all I got. Thanks. Thanks for watching. Game Waves out.